couple of questions. What do you see now that you did not see then? What do you know now that you did not know then? Now, the then is your choice. It could be then 2 weeks ago or 20 years ago, more or less. Something happened. It was good. It wasn't so good. A birth, a death, a change in your work, a turn in your relationships. And you saw life in a different way. At best, you saw more of how God's love holds us together when we would otherwise fall apart. At best, you saw in a way that you had not before how precious some people in your lives are to you, even though we often drive each other a little bit crazy. So it's a question. What do you see now that you didn't see before? Here we are on Christmas Eve. It's a night often with many candles, and so there is that sort of lace dappled dance between light and dark. One of the verses from the lectionary readings for Christmas Eve comes from Isaiah. The people who sat in darkness have seen a great light. Theologian Marcus Borg has a book, Meeting Jesus Again for the First Time. Back in one of the churches I served, one Advent Christmas season, our theme was the Christ child born in our lives again for the first time. Now, Christmas Eve, we'll be reading the Luke 2 story, the star-dazzled shepherds, surely still a bit frazzled and confused Joseph and Mary, the baby swaddled and enmangered. That story has a consistency across time, and it's so important to hear it again because we've heard it that way before. But the difference is each Christmas Eve, you and I are different. We have been through some things in that previous year that often encourage and enable and really help us see life deeper and wider than before. Maybe what's happened to us in the last year or so has scarred us a little bit. Maybe that we weathered some things that we could not have gotten through without God's help, that maybe we didn't even recognize after the fact, that those scars in our way become beauty marks to show that our lives have experienced a lot of challenge and that we've come through. So, the question I'm thinking about now, maybe some things have begun and ended. Some things have happened that were hard. Some things that have happened have perhaps been wonderful. But as we greet that Christ child in our lives and our hearts again today, tonight, maybe this will be your most holy Christmas ever. That's my prayer.